Real talk, the metaphor messiah, man. I got this one. Let's go. You ever seen the morning star? Mr. Metaphor Messiah, back to show you who we are. I represent a legacy, a pothead like the 70s, a different kind of mind. They say we only speak in melodies. Legend in the game, I think I found
what's going on, all you nerd and jerks out there. It is time once again for that weekly beatdown of pop culture excellence like none other out there in the world. It is time for Nerd and the Jerk live here on this beautiful Friday German. I don't know what it's like over there in London town, England, and all that good stuff. Aside from being your city, of course, I have no idea. But as you see, the mush puff of all mush puffs, the guy who's here, who only wants me to buy a Nintendo Switch just so he could Splatoon all over my face, the one, the only Ace Trainer Liam. What's going on, my friend?
I'm all good. It's rainy as fuck. If you want the weather report, it's rainy as fuck.
That is not a good thing. Well, that's kind of
par for the course. City of England.
You sound deeper than usual today. I like the sexiness. What's going on?
Oh, is my mic fucked?
Yeah. I think it is.
Dave, I am your father.
You got this Darth Vader thing going on. It's quite wonderful.
Un momento.
How's that? Is that fixed?
I thought you were fucking with me for a second, man. I really did.
Goddamn. I don't know what it is. If anyone can explain why the AT2020 microphone occasionally either records my voice super high or super low, I don't fucking stand it.
You should do an entire show that way. That's amazing. That's
amazing.
I was like, I
don't get why it does that. Do you know what? I recorded a Let's Play earlier, and the entire episode is that deep.
Barry White Liam, I fucking love it.
But it's weird because as well, there's no way, because it actually records it in like real time, but lowers the pitch and lowers the speed. So then I've got a video track with an audio track that's way longer than the video track, and I can't sync them up. It's fucking horrible.
Oh my god, that's some spot on stuff there. Don't you love it when you upgrade your shit and it ends up fucking stuff up every now and then?
Everything goes wrong.
Isn't it great? Don't make any changes, kids. Remember.
Hey, I just saw it in the chat though. Deep Liam is not right. Ask that to Lydia, mate. She thinks Deep Liam is pretty good.
There you go.
Pow, right in the kitchen.
God, I know you're tired. I'm tired. I don't know how the chat is, but this is going to be one hell of a show because even when we might be a little knackered, as I believe is said.
Knackered, mate. Fucking knackered.
We're still better than anybody else out there in pop culture land, and we're going to prove it tonight. All right, check it out. So this is going to be the last episode for 2 weeks because next week, my good friend right here, Ace Trainer Liam, is going to be going to SITSI, Summer in the City in London because it's his city. So let's start there,
city.
Man. Are you excited about SITSI this year?
I'm always excited. Like last year was the first time I went to Summer in the City, and it's so fucking fun. Like, obviously, for those who don't know, it's a big YouTube convention, the biggest in the UK, and all the best YouTubers in the UK go to Summer in the City. We hang out, we have a good laugh, we get to meet our fans, which is awesome, and it's just a great fucking weekend. And there's like panels for people who are like looking to start YouTube channels. You just get to hear us talking like openly about like just anything. Just there's panels on gaming YouTubers, LGBT, all that jazz, all the different issues going on YouTube. There is a panel to suit your taste, and there's loads of gaming tournaments and stuff. It's wicked. It's wicked.
So Pyrocynical's going to be there?
I don't know. Is he?
So ColossalisCrazy is ColossalisCrazy going to be there?
No.
Is I'm Alex going to be there?
No, because some people are too good for it. Some people are too fucking good for it.
You know, I don't want to bust on Summer in the City at all, but there is one thing I have to address, and I've been waiting for like 3 weeks to tell you about this because it's one of the funniest things.
Boozy.
Yeah, well, fucking bravo for that. No, on the lineup, this is so funny to me, man. Oh god, there's all the people who are going to be there, and there's all these names, name, and then PokeTubers.
Yeah.
PokeTubers. That is it. There's no distinction. It's literally the biggest PokeTubers that you guys have in your country are all going to be there, and you're all just PokeTubers. You got to talk to somebody about that.
My name's on there. That's all that matters.
It's funny to me.
I'm on the site in bright lights.
Dang. So make sure if you guys are in England, you go and give Liam a big kiss on the cheek. He loves that. He loves it. Don't like if he calls the cops.
Yes.
And bring your children up. He loves it when your children just wipe boogers all over his shirts. He loves that shit.
Just for the record, my channel is Ace Trainer Liam, not Ace Trainer Lion Maker.
Hey, I said boogers, not any other type of bodily fluid there, buddy.
Yeah,
I said boogers.
Oh, if I look mildly distracted, by the way, it's because I'm trying to upload the little video that I post to say, hey, Nerd and the Jerk is live, and YouTube's going, nah, fam, you want to promote that shit? Fuck off.
Yeah, they're just like, no, this is not happening. I'm sorry.
It shouldn't take this long to upload a 30-second video, and it's just like, nah, dude, nah, you can't do that.
Thank you for trying, but you will not be uploading this video today. We are YouTube, and we say no, sir.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Crazy things are happening.
Uh-oh.
Are you ready?
Technology.
Clench your asshole. Save the changes.
Is it gonna work? I love technology. God, I love YouTube.
Unknown error 13 has occurred when updating the claim. Yes, YouTube. Yes. Which means, fuck it.
YouTube sucks again. What are you gonna do? Nothing you can do about it. It's okay. We got the people who mean the most because they're the ones that are here. So thank you guys for joining us on this Friday evening. Lots to get to, man. But what else is going on in your week? I know you've had you had an adventure last night. You've had a nice little week. First week
yesterday
of
we walked
almost
5 miles.
Yeah, what was up that? Why go that late? Why walking 5 miles anyway? Most people are gonna say nah to that, but why? It was like at midnight.
What I wanted was TCP, which is like an antiseptic tonic, so that I could clean the wounds on my testicles. And I was like, I can't think of anywhere that sells it that would be open. And I was like, Asda's open, which is like Walmart to you guys. In fact, I think it's owned by Walmart. So it's like, yeah, Walmart's going to be open. Let's go there. I said to Lydia, it's a bit of a walk though. We could just get an Uber. And she's like, I don't mind a midnight walk. I'm like, but it's going to be a bit of a walk. She's like, no, it's okay. And I'm like, all right then.
Let's go.
We start walking. Takes us it probably took us just over an hour. And I was like, how far have we walked? Oh my fucking God, we've walked 4.7 miles in the dark.
Nice. Safety first, kids. Safety first.
Exactly. Well, yeah, some of the bits that we walked through, some of the paths that we went through weren't lit, so I had to use my my phone torch.
Nice. So you got to tell everybody exactly what phone that you had on you and how much it was worth. That's good stuff.
It's beautiful. But it was worth it. I probably need to do more exercise like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. Hell, my wife and I just got back and my kid, she was there too. Oh, I got a really fucking creepy story to tell about my kid. Holy shit.
Oh, go on then.
Oh my God. But we just got back from Frankfurt. We went, just went all over Frankfurt, walked, tried to catch an Articuno, got into an awesome group of 20 people playing Pokemon Go. It was awesome. We're the only 2 people who didn't catch the fucking Articuno. My daughter, who never plays, caught the Articuno. My wife and I did not.
God damn.
I was devastated. Devastated, I say. But, okay, so we're on the way home, and we're exhausted. We're getting on the train, and this guy comes up to us, and he starts, you could see, he's saying hello to everybody. He comes up, and he shakes my hand, shakes my daughter's hand, shakes my wife's hand, and he's asking us our names. He's saying Abraham. And I thought I didn't know what he was saying. He was saying very quickly, and he
said, "You want to see my Frankfurter?"
No, the thing that was confusing me because he was Arabic. So when he was saying Abraham, I thought he was saying something Islamic. I didn't know what he was saying. So I wasn't sure if he was telling me his name. So I didn't say my name back, right? I didn't say anything back, didn't know. And he stops my daughter and asks her name and all this. And then he goes away. And I was like, man, we were kind of rude. You know, I know we were tired, but we were kind of rude. I know it was kind of weird that he just came up to us and stuff. So I felt really bad for like 4 or 5 minutes. I'm standing there and I'm like, God, I'm kind of an asshole. Am I a xenophobe? I mean, what the fuck's wrong with me, right? This is why you don't fucking be nice to anybody ever. 3 minutes later, this guy comes back around and he's like, your name Alicia, right? And he's talking to my daughter in front of me. And he goes, how old are you? How old are you? And she's like 12. He goes, if you were 18, I'd marry you. I'm like, I almost pushed him in.
Did you stick your fucking cane down his throat?
Dude, I almost threw him on the fucking train tracks. I almost threw him on the goddamn train tracks. I was like, I didn't know how to react. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't know how to react because I didn't want to go to jail. So I just grabbed my daughter as close as I could to me. I'm like, yeah, she's 12, bud. She's 12.
Grab my daughter, use her as a fucking weapon, just hold her by the ankles and twat the guy with her.
And he was like, Alicia has my heart. Alicia has my heart. And he says, Ich liebe dich to my daughter as he leaves. I was like, dude, you need to get the fuck on.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Fucking crazy. Don't be nice to anybody. Doesn't matter what race, religion, creed, color. Doesn't fucking matter. Don't be nice to anybody who comes up to you and starts asking your name and stuff for no fucking reason. I mean, holy God. Holy God. I just like, I'm sitting there.
Jesus.
And dude, you did the right thing. You should have had the nuts completely removed because this type of aggravation.
Oh, I don't need pedophiles anywhere fucking near me. Like,
and the fucked up thing is, like, my daughter is 12. She doesn't look 12 anymore. Unfortunately, she's got the Van Cura curse and my wife's curse. Big boobs coming in already and a big ass on her coming in already. Unfortunately, she caught both the curses from her bloodlines. It's not good. She already looks like she's 15, 16 years old, and it's only going to get fucking worse. I'm just ready to burn the house down. I'm just ready to burn the goddamn house. I just don't even, I'm like this. I thought I could deal with all this because I said a long time ago, I'm fully aware that somebody's going to fuck my daughter someday, and I think I'm okay with that. Turns out, no, I'm not. Well, at least not in this situation because this was some fucking creepy stuff, man. Literally the creepiest things ever happened with my daughter, ever.
It's really creepy. I mean, the only saving grace is, like, to that guy, at least he's a pedophile and fucking owns it. You know what I mean? They normally try and hide away, don't they? But this guy's just like, no, I do it in front of daddy. Oh, thank you. My assistant's brought me some tea.
Yeah, assistant. You should definitely give her a raise. I am not talking of money.
Every night.
Oh my God. So it got a little bit not more acceptable, but he was talking to literally every woman there. Age didn't matter. Girl didn't matter. He was talking to
I
everybody.
see booby. So booby will be for me. Every lady here is for me.
Well, my wife says.
Is that racist?
No, I don't know. It might have been. Shit. I thought I had.
I'm trying to do a German Arabic accent, and I don't know how to do that.
That's a tough mix. I don't think you can do it without sounding somewhat racist. I don't think it's possible. But my wife told me that this actually happened to her because a lot of the, and this has been going on for a while. This happened before she even met me, that when the immigrants come over, they're not all able to stay as easily as some people think they are. So they're looking for wives like 24/7.
So he's not necessarily complimenting your daughter and being like, I'm a pedo and I'll totally fuck you. It's actually, I just need anyone to get me a fucking visa at this point.
Right. So even if I wanted to take any compliment from the situation, it's gone now. My wife ruined the one, like if I could have gotten some weird, creepy
You are
compliment
12? If you were 18, you would help me get green card, yes?
That was Yakov Smirnov. In Soviet Russia, green card gets you. Oh, God, that's been a while. Nobody knows what that is.
No, I know that meme.
And, yeah, but you're older like me.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying. You're a man of a certain age. You should know who Yakov Smirnov is. I mean, he was a great comedian in the 80s. Go look him up. He was hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, so creepiness, balls, and sitsy aside, we do got some business to take care of today because something, I was freaking out all week. I'm like, what the fuck are we going to talk about this week?
Isn't that Nerd and the Jerk every week, though?
Really
it's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about, man? Nothing happens. Everything happens every week.
That's very true. So I'm looking through the typical sites of all the good nerdery out there, and I saw something that really did jump out at me. And I had read about it earlier in the week. Nintendo is finally posting a profit again in a big, bad, massive way. Last time they posted a profit was 2015, I believe, and that was short-lived as they hadn't posted a profit in 4 years prior to that. So Nintendo's back in a big, 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 big way, and a huge reason for it is the Nintendo Switch. The numbers are staggering. When you look at look at that thing, is absolutely gorgeous. When you look at just the numbers, they posted $145 million profit for the fucking quarter. That's up 150% from a loss last year. They are absolutely killing it. They've already sold 4.7 million Switches, and this is not even a year old.
It's insanity, man.
I need to know. You own one. I don't. There's no games for the system. How is this happening? What is going on?
Fuck you is there no games. Fuck you is there no games. You see that? You see Snake Pass and Mario Kart and Splatoon and Snipper Clips. Snipper Clips is fucking boss.
Isn't that the name of the operation that you had last week?
It is, but
Yeah.
basically, yeah. There is no. There's a limited supply like of actual varying game content. Unless you want to play Mario Kart, Zelda, or Splatoon,
Right.
there ain't a lot else for you to play at the moment. And like, especially when release happened and there was literally nothing.
Nothing.
There's lots of prospect of upcoming games. For example, Super Mario Odyssey. There's going to be a new Kirby game.
Sonic.
Arguably, if all this stuff is coming out in the next year, maybe they should have just delayed release by a year and been like, hey, we're going to bring it out in 2018
Shit,
because then we'll have a
apparently
whole host of release games.
Apparently
but then it's
not.
weird. Do you remember when it was announced in like October or November and they were like, hey, yeah, this is coming out in March, by the way. And we were like, what?
What?
How? Why? But yeah.
It made no sense. And yet usually launch titles will make or break a system. But here's the thing. And when I did I think it was Guncannon did it with me. We did a little preview show for the Switch when the announcement was released. I was really optimistic because I feel this is so different than anything else. What they did was they essentially took the PSP and they made what the PSP should have been. And that was almost a decade ago. And they took that shit and they made it what it should have been. And they just Nintendoized the shit out of it. It's a really incredible system because they went to what they know. They know handhelds better than anybody else, and they created the ultimate handheld hybrid. It's powerful, it's sexy, it's fun, it's marketable as shit. But I still, it has no games, and it sold 5 million units.
It's a testament to how good of a concept it is that it sold that many units when there's not that much to play on it.
Right.
It's just a fun console to have, like, just alone. Like, it's really comfortable to play in, like, handheld mode. It's easy to take out elsewhere and play, like, with other people who might not even have the games you've got, but you can just be like, hey, you want to play a 2-player game? Here we go. 2 players, 2 controllers. Not the easiest controllers to use when you've, like, just using one Joy-Con, but still usable.
Right.
And then you've got like the whole, I can just pop it in the unit at home and just play it like any other freaking console game.
It's
like having a Game Boy.
Do you use it as a console a lot?
All the time.
Really?
I use it as a home console more than I use it like as a handheld.
Oh, really? See, I was expecting the opposite. Okay, all right.
Because the thing is, when you're playing like, because a lot of the games that got out at the moment, well, I say a lot of the games, like the majority of games that got out at the moment were like Splatoon and Mario Kart and ARMS. They're best played as multiplayer online games.
Sure.
So like you sit at home chilling on Skype with people and you just sit there playing it as a console. You don't need to play it handheld. But then I can take it on the train with me on the way to London and stuff, and the thing is, like, I know when I go to somewhere in the city, for example, I know I'm taking my Switch.
Oh, God.
Lydia will probably take her Switch.
PD,
we're
all
not
you
gonna
guys.
take his.
You're gonna have so
We're going to be
much fun.
sat there in the pub with our Switches set up, with our fucking Joy-Cons out, just Mario Karting wherever we go.
You can bring people in. You can have fans play with you every now and then. I mean,
the thing is, the
Jesus.
screen's big enough as well for people to just sit and watch it and enjoy it.
It's pretty incredible. And a lot of people are talking to the comparisons of the Wii U and the Wii, which I don't think are very good comparisons at all. For one, both of those systems came out at the same time where other systems were incredibly expensive and they were really, really cheap. While the Switch is cheaper than the alternatives, it's not that much fucking cheaper. You know,
No.
it's still 300 bones, 325 euro here. That ain't cheap. That's not a cheap thing, or I would already have bought one. But nobody seems to be just letting this thing sit on the shelf like they did with the Wii and the Wii U. This thing seems to be getting some fucking action, man. So I'm still trying to figure it out though. You seem to absolutely love it.
I love the fucking thing. I'm hooked already. It's dope as fuck.
And there's no virtual console yet, correct?
No, not yet.
Unbelievable.
But the thing is, there's so much, like, the games that they've got, like, as limited as they are still really highly fucking playable. Yeah. But then, so, like, you're playing it with your friends, it's really interactive, and even with that, you still sit there and think, and there's so much more to come.
Right.
Like, that's the cool thing, is the games are so fun that they've got, that you sit there, you play them, you enjoy them, and then you think, oh, shit, we have got Virtual Console to come. We have got, like, Mario Odyssey.
Skyrim's about to drop.
Skyrim I'm not that bothered about, because it's like everyone who wants to play Skyrim has already played it.
See,
there's no point to it being on the Switch.
See, that is spoken like a guy who's not obsessed with Skyrim, because I have put 1,400 hours onto this damn game, and I will play it. I will buy a Switch for Skyrim. I love that game that much. The fanatics of that game will buy it for the Switch. They will buy it. It's incredible. Brace just said he hasn't seen anybody with the Switch. 5 million people. 5 million in 6 months. That's incredible. Incredible.
Put it this way, like there are as many people who own a Nintendo Switch as are subscribed to Philip DeFranco. Put it into perspective.
Nintendo's got Philly D numbers.
There are more people with a Nintendo Switch than are subscribed to Keemstar and Jack's Films combined.
Jesus.
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people. And these are active.
The Drama Alert Nation and the Fam Squad, all with a Nintendo Switch.
And they didn't have to use Jake Paul to get those numbers either. Shit.
Hey!
Right in the baby maker. Fuck.
I like Jack Films. He's quite inspiring.
I've never really watched Jack Films.
Funny guy.
Yeah,
I like him.
As long as he's not cancerous.
I'm dead happy that he hit 3 mil.
Did he hit 3 mil? I like people succeeding in YouTube. It makes me feel hopeful.
Yeah, keep hoping.
I will. Trust me. I will. As I stay at this number forever, I will continue to hope. Hope against hope, my friend. But the thing is, a lot of people are starting to project that by next year, this time, it's going to well surpass 10 million units sold, which I think is kind of an underestimation, because when these games start coming out,
when Mario Odyssey drops and the new Kirby game that I can't remember the name of,
it doesn't matter.
Sonic game. I mean, I think even like Pokken on the Wii U, Pokken Tournament on the Wii U didn't do very well because it was on Wii U. I think when it comes out on the Switch, people are going to go mad for Pokken.
Yeah, you might be right. That seems like a game. I mean, because it's basically Smash Brothers for Pokemon, right?
Well, it's basically Tekken for Pokemon.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's the whole point. It's made by the people who made Tekken.
That makes sense. I'm just stupid. Fighting games are all the same to me. It doesn't matter what it is.
Punch, kick, button bash, dead.
Where's
Although Yoan's in the chat though, and Yoan's going to be like, it's not just like that, Liam. Actually, there's a lot of skill involved.
Oh, he's one of there's a science to the fighting game.
You got to do the whoosh slide.
A woofter slide? What's a woofter slide?
You should know. You're the fucking encyclopedia on woofter, mate.
Good point. You make a compelling argument, sir. So, all right, let me ask you, because going forward now, as a guy who has it in the early days of its release, where do you see it going from here? Do you see it maintaining its momentum? Because that's my worry. I am worried that potentially it is going to fall off.
Provided the releases this year are not the limit. Provided they can consistently bring out new stuff, like we've been saying on the Ace Trainer podcast, one thing Isla was saying a lot is Nintendo need to release new IP. Yeah. They can't just rely on Mario, Kirby, Zelda, Pokemon all the way through.
Right.
They need more intellectual property, new stuff that people are going to want to buy games based on. And if they can keep that up, then the world's the oyster for the Switch. I mean, we have got not a lot of information, but a new Pokemon game coming on the Switch,
which has got everybody's
series game. But we don't know when it's coming. They basically said it's going to be either 2018 or later, with emphasis on later. So, but that's obviously going to keep people with a lot of hope. But as long as they keep releasing decent games, they'll be fine. Much like every console we got at the moment, as long as they can bring out a lot of good games in the next year or two, the Switch will survive for a long time.
Yeah, I think so too. Here's another thing.
Nintendo, they're not going to be creating a new console anytime soon.
No,
because the Switch is their baby,
and it's incredibly powerful too, from what I understand. Right?
Oh yeah, it's great.
That was a big problem with the Wii and Wii U. They were underpowered systems, and they both looked ugly. This thing is sexy and powerful.
The thing is with the Switch as well is you get. I mean, arguably, the holder that the Switch sits in just looks like a Wii that's been kind of carved out. But other than that,
they got to do something with the old Wii units. Fuck.
But it's the fact that you get practically the same quality of image on the handheld screen that you do on the TV screen that really makes it stand out.
That's pretty cool.
It's got powerful enough graphics in it for a Nintendo console.
It seems like it. I mean, it looks beautiful. I mean, it really does.
It's like I say, it's the equivalent of like if like early 2000s or 1990s me could be told you can have a Game Boy and a Nintendo 64 built together in the same console, you'd be like, shut your fucking mouth. But it's amazing. Money. It's been done.
They have. Now, my question is, I'm starting to wonder this because there's in this generation, they're really starting to try to focus emphasis to virtual reality. And while some people are trying to tell me every time I bring this up and I say virtual reality is not catching on, just like it never has and it never fucking will. I get people who are like,
I don't think it's catching on.
It's catching on, David. You see it everywhere. I don't see anybody fucking playing it. I don't see anybody talking about it. I see videos every now and then on YouTube about a grandmother riding a roller coaster in virtual reality and like falling, and I laugh. I'm like, oh wait, maybe she might die. Maybe I shouldn't laugh. But I mean, all those type of things. But other than that, I know nobody who owns an Oculus Rift. Not one. I cannot tell you offhand anybody who owns one. So my wonder is this going to be the next, because this is a copycat game. Is this going to be the next thing that people are going to go to? Is Xbox going to get on board with this? Are they going to release something similar? Is Sony, who is probably more primed to do it than Xbox is at this point because of their, with the Vita and the PSP and all of that, is this where consoles are going to be going once everybody figures out that this is scalable?
No.
Really?
And the reason being is that Microsoft and Sony, I don't think, have ever looked at Nintendo as a viable competitor.
Ooh.
They've always seen them as, oh, we know those guys are in the market, but they'll never be us. We need to worry about our direct competition. So Sony, we need to worry about Microsoft. Microsoft needs to worry about Sony. Yeah. I don't think either of those companies are worried about Nintendo.
They might have to start.
I don't think they'll take ideas from Nintendo until it's too late and Nintendo rises over them. But the problem is that Nintendo sticks with their own group of developers that they don't really branch out very much, which is why they don't have that many games. Whereas you see Xbox and PlayStation are churning out titles from different developers and different IP and different things constantly. That's why they have such big catalogs compared to Nintendo. Because Nintendo go, we're going to pick and choose just who we're going to work with, and anyone else that wants to try and get, no, you can't. We're Nintendo. And that's where they shoot themselves in the foot. But they're turning a profit, so who gives a shit?
Not only they're turning a profit, but I mean, that was part of the excitement of the Switch, is they made it very sure to show that big list of developers that they were going to be working with for the Switch. Now we're seeing them go into the mobile market. We got a Mario game on cell phones now. We got Pokemon Go. We got these games that are starting to be developed. Pokken, all these different games that are being developed by not people that are just solely who have developed the games in the past. Is this because they're becoming more westernized in their thinking? I mean, it seems like it's working, and because they turned a profit, a major, not just a little profit, we're talking 150% difference from where they were a year ago. And they weren't far off of the Wii U at the time, by the way. So, I mean, this is significant. I think it's incredibly significant. And I'm just wondering if we're going to see more of them branching out and going to develop, because everything has worked so well to this point.
I feel you.
I'm just wondering. It seems like something that could absolutely happen. And that excites me. I want to see more things. I want to see crossovers. I want to see Pokemon in every fucking fast. And I know that Nintendo doesn't, like you guys were talking about. By the way, on the fantastic Elite Four podcast yesterday, you guys did a really good job with that. You were talking about how Nintendo is very strict in how they govern Pokemon, or not Nintendo, excuse me, the Pokemon Company. How Nintendo just kind of gives them advice and all of that. But still, the Pokemon Company is very, that's theirs.
They protect their property.
It's pretty exciting. I mean, this
like Nintendo. The thing with Nintendo is they never have really a say in where Pokemon go. Mm-hmm. No pun intended. But I can't say that phrase anymore. Whereas Pokemon are very much like, this is where we're going.
Yeah.
We'll tell you when we're releasing a new game. And Nintendo were like, yeah, cool, okay, anytime now would be great.
Anytime, it would be a saving grace. Because Nintendo, while they have been posting losses for a long time in the past decade, they stay afloat because of the handheld market. I mean, because they're constantly turning out variations. By the way, I saw the 2DS XL today for the first time.
How good does it look, though?
I almost ripped my pants. I almost ripped my pants from erectioning. It was absolutely, it's gorgeous. It's fucking, really the good. Box is beautiful.
The thing is, I don't need it, but I really want one just because they look so fucking good.
There's no need for it. You and I both have that little switch we can just turn off our 3D. We don't need it.
I mean, the switches on my 3DSs have always been in the off position because, I don't see the 3D very well. But God,
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind one.
It's so, oh God, man. My wife was like, oh, I'm like, oh.
Yo, if anyone wants to hook me up with a new Nintendo 2DS, PO Box 8276 Derby DE19YA.
Hell, donate to the goddamn fund of getting us both 2DSs right in the description box. I swear to God, we'll both get one. Let's make it happen, people. Holy shit. It's pretty incredible, man. It's really, really beautiful. So, and they continue to just train these things out. We've seen so many iterations. I mean, I still call them Game Boys and I get beat up for it. But I mean, to me, it's all Game Boys. I don't give a fuck if it's a 3.
That's because you're a gay boy.
There you go. Good point.
Hey.
You got me in a box, sir.
There's nothing wrong with it, Dave. Just embrace it.
I have. You know it. You know better than anybody how much I've embraced it.
Said you'd never tell.
Well, you called me out. What can I say? There's a reason why your hair is perpetually blue. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so
me either.
Yeah, I just go with it. It's the best way to do on this fucking channel. So moving on from Nintendo. And by the way, when we're done with the next topic, we are going to shift and we're going to do something we really have never done on There in the Jerk before. We're going to open up the phone lines. We want to hear your guys' thoughts on everything that we talked about today and maybe some other nerdy or jerky topics that you guys have on your minds, something that you guys have been requesting for a long time. We're going to finally do it tonight solely on Discord. So mods, do me a favor, throw the Discord link in there now. People go into waiting to call, and as soon as we're done with this next very interesting topic, it just makes me laugh. I'm sorry, I can't deal with it. We'll go to some questions. So I don't know how big Sesame Street and the Muppets are in England. I have no idea.
No. We know of the Muppets. We know all the Muppets, and Sesame Street was a big part of at least my childhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, we know them. Don't worry.
I assumed that they were huge.
That's how English people get accustomed to hearing American accents. Is we watch Sesame Street and we go, oh my God, what are these horrible noises? Oh, that's an American. Okay, I get it.
That's what we want you, Oscar the Grouch. We want you to associate that.
Oh, we don't mind Oscar. It's the fucking presenters who are like, oh my God, Big Bird, where have you been? And we're like, oh, can you just fucking stab yourself in the throat, love? We learned that from age 4.
Right. It is kind of disconcerting that it's all the humans are the most creepiest things on Sesame Street.
Yeah.
They always
but
are.
It's the same with like British like BBC children's presenters. Like their acting is terrible. There's a reason they're children's presenters and they're not in like high budget movies. It's because they can't act for shit.
Yeah.
Like they were the top of the class at drama school and that's as far as they got. That's your typical children's presenter.
Yeah, the funny thing is a lot of the people who do these, and not just the people who are on camera, but the puppeteers, they are the top of their craft, because we are talking about the Henson Company at the end of the goddamn day. And you know, it's kind of crazy to me. And we're going
top of their craft. Like, so tell me, how do you make Kermit look so real when he speaks? I'll wiggle my fingers and his mouth moves.
Well, you got to remember, up until 1990, Henson did Kermit himself. So I mean, that's how big the whole Kermit thing was. And then of course, Jim Henson died, and a guy by the name Deadsky, Steve Whitmire, actually took his place, and he's been doing Kermit since 1990. Well, not anymore. He was fired. In a very.
Do we know why?
Yes, we do know why. Well, it depends on who you ask, and this is where it gets interesting.
Is it they found that Kermit's body was full of vaginal lubricant?
Yeah, his hand was never up there. It was something else completely. It's not a good situation.
Yay!
That's why his voice was so high. It all makes sense now. So it got really bitter, and he was fired by the daughter of Jim Henson, and Cheryl Henson is her name. And so she fired him, not really publicly, but that didn't stop Steve from going to Facebook and kind of throwing out a very self-victiming.
He's showing his age there, though. He jumps on Facebook and not Twitter.
Right, exactly.
Jesus Christ.
He kind of throws the company under the bus, but he does it in a little bit of a passive-aggressive way. He takes shots at Cheryl without really taking shots at Cheryl. It's kind of weird. It's a very interesting thing to read. There's some snippets. He said things like, I love Jim as a friend and a mentor, while Cheryl loves him as a father. I don't judge her emotional posts too harshly. I hope all of you and Cheryl too can understand being outspoken about these very character issues. At top of creative executives, ABC series is at the core of number one, all of this, blah, 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 blah. So he goes on and on about this. So Cheryl is having none of this shit. And she takes the Twitter and she just absolutely demolishes him. And she says not only is he being petty and deceitful in the way that he is presenting the situation, she's claiming that he turned Kermit the Frog, and I'm not making this up. He turned Kermit into a bitter, angry, depressed victim. Now,
because obviously you think of bitter, angry, depressed victim, and you think, yay!
I want to be a little bit fair here, because I think that she might be a little off base, because Kermit the Frog has for the last 40 years been Miss Piggy's cuck. So, So
didn't they divorce, or were they going to divorce, or did that get cancelled?
I have no. I hope he finally decided to turn her bitch ass into some bacon, because damn, she's abusive. That's an abusive relationship.
I mean, I'm not really up on the latest maybe series of like the Muppet Show and stuff, but I don't remember like the scenes where Kermit's like, well, life's so hard, guys. I'm going to go cut my wrists.
They're not far off. I mean, every time that there's a movie, he gets amnesia or he does. It's always something, you know. Kermit's always got something going on. And he does always sound depressed. And that's nothing new to me. I've kind of always... It's not easy being green and all of those type of things. You know, that's kind of his character. So I found the criticism a little, I don't know. So I'm like, at first I was like,
I always thought that song was about racism and how it was hard to take.
Yeah, that's what it's supposed to be, right? It's supposed to be about, you know, equality and all those wonderful things and accepting people for their differences and all this wonderfulness. But
like, don't judge me because I'm a frog and not a dog that can play piano. I get it.
I'm an animal person myself. Rock them.
Does anyone know what that fucking dog's called that plays the piano in Muppets?
Well, the dog.
He's in everything, and nobody knows his name.
Somebody in the chat knows that fucking dog's name. Is it like Ralph, or starts with like an R or something, doesn't it? Oh man, he's got that,
you fucking there.
He's got that raspy voice to him. I know the voice. I know all of that.
He's got the cocker spaniel kind of fluffy ears, so he looks a bit like Beethoven.
Rolf, it's fucking Rolf. I knew it.
There you go.
Points for dead on Dave
with the clutch play. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I get vindicated, and then Dave is a chode right after it. Thank you, Paul Dickens. And think about your life choices, Sonny Jim.
He's calling you a chode, but his name's Dickens. Come on, man.
Ralph, it's close enough. I'm a happy guy. So yeah, the whole thing is just fucking interesting, and it's getting uglier and uglier. It doesn't seem to be stopping. There's talks about maybe lawsuits going on. Whitmer, by the way, he started taking over for Kermit in 1990, but he's been with the Henson Company since 1978, man.
Jesus.
I mean, like, these guys take this shit really, really seriously. So
it must be hard to like pull women and stuff though. Like you're out on a date and she's like, "So what do you do?"
I'm a puppeteer.
I guarantee
what does that involve?
My hand goes up Kermit's arse every single day.
Well, I guarantee you that he probably nails all kinds of 25 to 35-year-old women. Because that's
really?
Yes, and I'll tell you, because once he tells them that he voiced their favorite character growing up, I bet you that's enough to get some of them panties down. I
don't know, because like you could say the same about Nigel Thornberry, and I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, I don't know. I just gotta feel it's gotta be a good pickup line. I've been putting the life into Kermit the Frog for 20 years. Imagine what life I can put into you. Boom! Vaginaville. Maybe not. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm turned on by it. I don't know.
It's just you. So, only you want to fuck Kermit.
Well, at this rate, I mean, you're looking pretty good at this fucking rate. So I'm just, I don't know. But the whole thing, it makes you wonder about the interworkings of all this stuff, because when it comes to puppeteering and all of this, it's Henson and then there's everybody else. So when you see this type of strife that has been going on for a long time, you start wondering all these different things. If you're into it, if you're not, then this means nothing to you, and I don't really fucking blame you. But I am actually a huge Henson Studios fan. I always have been. Like, you can tell when you're looking at a Henson Studios puppet. You just can. There's a different look. There's a different
Dinosaurs was the shit.
feel. Yoda, motherfucker. Labyrinth. All of it.
Forget Yoda. It's
Hey.
all about dinosaurs, man.
I agree. The most depressing ending to a television show in the history of. You remember it, right?
I barely remember the ending. I just remember the show.
Oh, let me take you back. Not to derail.
This might be repressed.
Oh, this is it's. I'm not even
Didn't
kidding.
they have the meteor hit?
No, even better. Even a meteor would have been great because that would have made sense within the confines of what we. No. What they did was they had the company that Earl worked for the entire time start manufacturing because they manufacture wax fruit. So the wax fruit company was actually polluting the entire planet and sent the planet into global fucking warming, which caused an ice age. So the last fucking scene is all them sitting in a house with the power flickering on and off. The TV man is still talking a little bit, but they have to tell the baby that they're all gonna fucking die because they didn't respect the planet and they polluted it.
Fucking hell. I don't remember it being that bad.
Oh God, go to YouTube and just watch this thing. You can find it. It will utterly fucking depress you. And the last
But did it then end with the regular credits?
even better, it ended with they didn't do the credits. Instead, they cut to the news anchor, the dinosaur puppet news anchor, talking about how the weather is going to continue to be cold for a long time, and we'll be back tomorrow. Maybe. I'm like, what the fuck is
Whoa.
Yes. It's so fucking dark, man. It's amazing. It really.
Damn. Give me a minute.
You gotta soak this. You've gotta watch this. It's like as soon as you're done, you'd be like, Lydia, fuck everything else.
Jesus.
We've got to
Dinosaurs
watch
ending.
this. It's so depressing in a massively wonderful way. Holy shit. All right. So, I mean, that's basically.
I mean, on the plus side, I fucking hated Robbie, so that's fine.
Yeah,
I thought he was a
he
fucking
was a little
douche.
Remember when he did steroids?
Oh, I've got punk hair and I don't wear underpants.
Great.
I didn't like Robbie or Charlene. I thought Charlene was a cunt
No,
as
do
well.
you know what? It was all about. I liked Earl's friend. Was it Roy, the T-Rex?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
He was real. He was real as fuck. Like, I believed him that he was a real thing.
Well, he was Ralph Crampton. You know, he was Ralph, or not Ralph
Right.
Crampton. He was the neighbor. What's his name? Fucking from the Honeymooners. Morton. He was Morton, essentially. He was Morton. But still, just really incredible stuff that this type of feud is happening so publicly with the Henson Studios and all of that. What else is going on in the world that I may have missed? Anything going on in your life you want to hit before we go ahead and throw to the calls over on the Discord?
We are always lit. We are savages.
Oh my God.
Other than that, there's nothing else going on.
Oh God. Do you want to talk about Jake Paul at all? And I mean, I just.
It's all been said so far.
God.
Like, there's nothing left to say on the issue. I'm just waiting for him to go to fucking prison or something.
I did see something that
It still pisses me off that people aren't talking enough about the fact that he invites underage girls to his house.
Right.
And I know a lot of people will say, yeah, but he doesn't specifically invite them like, oh, hey, you're 14, come to my house. But he makes his address public, knowing fans will come to his house, knowing his fan base is 12 to 14-year-old girls. So something is not right, and I wish more people were talking about it.
Well,
That's what bothers me.
Not only do I wish more people were talking about it, I wish people would stop fucking inviting him onto things and such. I mean, in the past week, he's worked with a lot of people. The both brothers have, as a matter of fact. They've been on the Dudesons. My daughter was telling me 'cause she watches the Dudesons and stuff like that. Yeah, I know. I'm a terrible father. But all this type of stuff. But the thing that I found interesting, this relates directly to you, so I know you'll like it. I saw a tweet that you made, good sir. I saw a tweet that you made to the one and only Ayatollah of rock and rolla, baby.
I replied to Chris Jericho's tweet, yeah.
Matter of fact, hold on, let me get the
Wait, what was the tweet? What did I say in response?
Okay, so Jericho tweeted out to Logan and Jake Paul, you know what happens.
That they made the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just made the list and all that, right? So you went back, you said, well, you know that they're really known for just being gigantic cunts, right?
No, that sounds like a me tweet.
Yeah, that's what you said. You basically said you do know that they're just known for being fucking cunts. I'm like, so that's my bigger problem is the fact that people like Chris Jericho, who is loved, people love Chris Jericho. They're associating that. Like, do people not know in mainstream at all what these people are doing to this fucking platform, let alone to neighborhoods and common fucking decency and potential fucking 14-year-old girls?
Because he was like, oh, do you know what happens to people for being big YouTube stars?
Right.
And it's like, is that what they? I guess they are, but is that what you see them as, Jericho?
He gave him the rub. Rub. In wrestling terms, he gave them a massive rub. Or maybe he's trying to be cool and capture a young demographic by associating himself with young YouTube stars. I mean, Jericho's
because young kids, young girls will be like,
Oh, Jericho likes Jake Paul. I like Jake Paul, so I like Chris Jericho. Yay!
Chris.
maybe he was just hyping for his comeback because obviously he came back on SmackDown this week. So maybe it was just like, maybe I need eyes on me for when I return this week.
It might have been very well that. Real quick on Chris Jericho, since we're there, I mean, we don't talk a lot of wrestling on Nerd and the Jerk, but you and I are both wrestling guys in our heart of hearts. How bad did fucking Jericho look physically? He ate on this break, man. I mean, damn.
Like, Jericho now looks like every over-the-hill Hall of Famer.
He had to know. He could not have known he was coming back. There's no way he knew because Jericho is a fucking professional. I don't think there was any way he would go on camera looking like that. He looked awful. He looked awful. And I know that his body's been going down,
fucking poly.
We know his chest has been all fucked up for a while, but I mean, he looked bad, man. He got some food on during that goddamn break.
Yeah.
Incredible. Absolutely.
Poor
incredible.
guy.
SmackDown and Raw were actually kind of good this week. Pretty damn good. Raw was really good, actually, but I like SmackDown as well.
For a change.
Right? And NXT was fucking fire again.
I haven't seen this week's NXT yet. I haven't had a chance.
And all the while, the newly branded GFW continues to lose more ratings, and they had to cancel a fucking event because they were going back live again. They're going on tour. They had to cancel because nobody's buying fucking tickets.
Hey!
The wife's going to sleep. Good night, copious wife. Love you very much. Okay. You ready to take some calls, my friend?
As always.
All righty. Sounds good. We'll go ahead and switch on over. I'll talk to you just a second over on the old Discord.
What?
There we go. Oh, look at that transition. I'm very good at what I do. Talk to you in a second, bud. All right. Let's go over to the Discord. Everybody want to get your Discord on. Here is the guy that you're actually really here for. It's Ace Trainer Lady. He's back with us. What's up, pal?
Didn't take me long.
No, it didn't. That's what she said.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Yes, always. There we go. Let's get our first caller tonight. Let's bring in Brace. He always likes to challenge me. Everybody want to get your You got to turn down my shit, Brace. Got to turn down that shit, son. What's up, buddy? You're live with Dead on Dave. And Ace Trainer Lady.
I got a question for you about Twitter.
All right, hit it up.
I just read that they are still making a loss, like a net loss, because they don't have any revenue or something.
Yeah.
I know you're not an economic teacher or something, but I'd love to have your take on what's their business model and are they going to be around like a year from now?
Twitter will be around forever. It is not about profitability. It is about influence and nothing more. Jack is a fucking lunatic, and he will continue to run that place like a lunatic does, and that is it.
Maybe.
Liam?
I just think fucking Twitter has investors, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Isn't that the whole thing it's run on? Isn't it just run on investors at this point? Because people are like, wow, I want to invest in Twitter because it's one of the most popular websites in the world. Everything big happens on Twitter nowadays.
Trump gave it a big boost, I suppose, but they're still making a loss.
They're not. Well, so is YouTube.
Well, that's true.
But you got to remember the numbers. Now, I don't know the specific numbers of Twitter, but I do know the numbers of YouTube. And last year, I don't know what their year number is going to be this year. They posted a minor loss because they never posted a profit. YouTube has never, ever, ever. But it's 4.6 billion with the B is what they brought in, which only represents 6% of Google.
Yeah.
So
Google owns YouTube, but who owns Twitter?
I don't know who owns Twitter. I think Jack might fucking own Twitter as far as I know. Who?
I own Twitter.
Oh. So,
it's all me. That's why I've got no money.
Who owns Twitter? Okay. But I have no idea who the fuck owns Twitter.
Well, I know you're not an economic professor, but I'm just curious to see why are they still failing / not making money? I don't know.
Well, I think that it's always going to be accepted because of the fact that people use it. You know, it's a terrible fucking service most of the time. It like the things that you want are not fucking on it. There's other functionality in other places that work much better, but people still flock to it, man.
Yeah, it's very useful.
Yeah, I mean, you still that's your big one, right, Liam? You don't use any of the other things. You weren't dumb enough to go to
I fucking hate
Snapchat
Facebook.
me.
Like a lot of people are like, Liam, you don't talk as much on your Facebook page anymore. I'm like, it's because Facebook's garbage. The interface sucks. I hate using it.
I hate Facebook too, man. It should just die.
Facebook fucking sucks.
Yeah, I made a big choice today. I joined Snapchat. Yeah, I joined Snapchat. Yep.
That's only because you want dick pics.
Exactly. I mean, that is really the whole point behind it. I mean, isn't that what everybody goes on Snapchat for? Is fucking dick pic?
I mean, I go on there to send them, so you know.
I wanted to try it. I mean, like my wife and daughter use it quite a lot, and I wanted to do something where I would follow everybody back, because I don't follow a lot of people on Twitter. I keep my Twitter numbers low. That's what the cool people do. I keep them low.
You know what I hate? I hate when people are like, "Oh, Liam, will you follow me on Twitter?" And I'm like, no. Because if I follow too many people on Twitter, like I follow like 200 people at the moment, that's already more than I can handle, because my feed is just full of fucking garbage, and that's from people I like. Like, so if then I just start following random strangers that, yes, they're fans of my work, but I don't really know anything about them. Then it's just I can't find the stuff that I want to find because all their stuff that they're posting is there. And like, whereas with Snapchat, I'll follow anybody because Snapchat just I don't even think about when I use it.
Right. That's what I'm doing. I'm following anybody who follows me. I'm following them back. It's the Dead on Dave on Snapchat. Follow me. I'll follow you back.
I'm gonna follow you, Dave.
Awesome.
I open up their snaps and I'm just like, oh yeah, that's a great dinner you're having. Wonderful, cool. Yep. Glad that's only there for 5 seconds and it's not in my phone memory.
And it's got a filter on it and there's like rainbows coming out of the meatloaf. It's fucking bizarre.
Well, there's these fucking people who like apparently like Snapchat streaks are a thing where you have to like keep Snapchatting the same person like once a day and it counts as streak. So I get loads of fucking snaps of just like a plain black screen where they've drawn the letter S over it just to continue their streak. And I'm like, yeah, cool, great, man. Who are you showing this to? Who are you showing this streak going? Look, me and Ace Trainer Liam have got a fucking streak going of 97 days. And I'm like, okay.
97 days, that's hot shit. That's some
streaks, right?
But I think a lot of the reasoning behind it is because Twitter feels like a business use. Like, I mean, not in a strict sense, of course, because I mean, it's for friendly type stuff, but I use it as a business tool. That's where I do most of my marketing through. That's where I always promote my shows the heaviest. I promote them on Twitter. Everything that we're doing, what do we tell people every single show? Yeah. Have you tweeted the stream out? We don't say, have you snapped have you instant it out?
Go hand in hand.
Yeah, they do. They work off of each other well. That's very true. But Snapchat, I don't know. I feel like my soul has kind of lost some of its luster that it might have had yesterday. But I don't know.
I got an email the other day from YouNow who were like, "Hey, do you wanna do some paid stuff on YouNow?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is YouNow?" And apparently it's just vloggers talking to the camera while they're not doing anything and not even reading the chat, just kind of sitting there, some of them sleeping. And I'm like, if you want to pay me for this, hit me up. Like, let me know.
You can create a show. Bring me along. I'll take a fucking cut of that.
I'll even title my YouNow streams, I'm here because I'm getting paid.
Getting paid and sleeping in front of all your faces.
YouNow is complete trash, man. They took over Block TV and now it's just random people streaming nothing.
And they changed it to random people streaming nothing. But
well, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think YouNow or Vimeo or any of those things. The only thing that really has a chance at really dethroning YouTube would be Twitch, I would think. But I don't even know if they're the right. I don't know. Twitch seems to be taking the right steps. I mean, from what I'm hearing, they're
a lot of people switched over.
I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I asked you about it when we first met, Liam, you told me not to go to Twitch.
Because you're pretty good streaming on YouTube at the moment.
Yeah. And
like your audience is primarily YouTube.
Yeah, you can do both at the same time. Look at the H2H3. He's doing it right now. He's live right now on Twitch.
Is he really? I didn't know he was on Twitch.
On YouTube.
Well, there's no need for anyone to watch this show then.
Ethan and Gila, who knows what they're fucking doing? Go get them.
God damn, that's a wild ride.
I don't know. Brace, you got anything else for us, buddy?
No, man, just a Twitter question.
All right, good stuff. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you. Goodbye.
That was the
You know what I
nicest
took-
he's ever been.
You know what I took from that call, Dave?
What's that?
Is that I know you're not an economic teacher.
I'm not.
I think like 6 times was enough.
Oh, he was really trying to drive it home, and he was saying,
Are you an
really
economic
nice.
teacher,
I'm
Dave?
not.
Because I get the feeling you ain't.
I'm not. And he really wanted to make sure everybody knew that I know that you're stupid, Dave, but I'm going to ask you this economic question anyway, even though there's no way you could possibly give anything of credibility to it because you're not an economic teacher. But let me ask you it anyway.
God damn.
It's pretty great. If you guys want to get in on the fun, we got another caller in there, but we can always take some more before we jump out of here.
Jump in.
Be a little bit shorter of a stream tonight. We're both knackered and tired and want to get some rest, but we are here for you, and we love you guys for showing up, and we do appreciate it. So if you want to jump into Discord, come in the waiting call. We will take your calls. There we go.
Oh, hell yeah.
Let's bring in Wolf Girl. Let's see what Wolf Girl has to say today. Wolf Girl, you're live with that on Dave and Ace Trainer. Liam for Nerd and the Jerk. What do you got?
Hello. So, as an American, I'm all wrapped up in this White House drama.
You're 12.
I
Don't worry
know, but
about
my
the
mom
White House
works.
when you're 12.
My mom works for it, so
Your
I'm
mom-
getting all this.
Whoa.
Your mom works for the White House?
I forget his last name.
Holy shit.
Secretary of State. My
Jesus.
parents are very powerful people.
Okay,
My
what-
dad works for.
Wow.
Yeah, enough about me.
No, yeah, that's
I'm
fascinating.
scared, like,
yeah, right. We could
Am I
be
gonna
really
get the
nice to
FBI
you.
at my fucking door?
Jesus.
No.
Have I told you what a beautiful singer you are? You have a beautiful singing voice.
Dave, pull it back,
I-
FBI, pull it back.
No worries. No.
No, I'm just
I have
messing
no
with you.
problem.
I care just as much about you, which is not much, as I did yesterday. So don't worry about it. What do you got for us?
Anyway, because all this drama, like, also that Jake Paul stuff creeps the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Big time,
it
right?
does. Because as a 12-year-old girl, this stuff is like, okay,
Yeah, but as
I'm
a
just gonna
12-year-old
let her
girl,
go now.
you're welcome at the Team 10 house
You
any
are
day of the
welcome.
week.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's a them problem.
Aren't you savage? Aren't you savage enough? Come on, you don't want to go hang with the savages?
No, thank you.
Smart girl. Smart girl.
One of the top schools in my region, so of course I'm smart. Just kidding.
There you
LOL.
go. Don't ever say LOL. Only type it.
God
Even then.
Damn.
Even then. I do it too
Oh
much.
God, I'm such a nuisance on the internet.
Yes, you are a news. All right, so you were going to the White House, or I wasn't sure exactly where your question was going. Hit us with the question.
So, do you have any opinions on this kind of White House? How Trump keeps firing everybody and replacing them with everybody? You got anything for that?
Liam, as a foreigner, I'll let you begin this.
But as a foreigner, I'm completely in the dark in this. I occasionally hear things on Philly D about someone getting fired, but I got no idea who they are or what they did.
Trump is fascinating. I don't even know if what he's doing is good anymore. There was a time where I was defending Trump a lot because I felt there was a need for this type of insanity. I think it's getting to the point now where I was hoping he was going to start pulling back and go in a direction of actual accomplishing things. But here's the problem. He's gone so far with it where he can get no benefit of the doubt from anybody. I mean, we saw this with Obama to an extent where nothing was getting done because simply nobody was giving the benefit of the doubt to allow anything to get done. But now I've never seen anything like this in any political spectrum that was westernized in the slightest. It's fucking terrifying to an extent. I don't know. I was in the military for 10
Especially
years.
knowing your mom works for the Secretary of State.
Right.
And she's gone for 4 days a week. But good thing is she brings home White House chocolate, so that's good.
Does she work for the Secretary of State, or is she the Secretary of State?
Right.
She is the Secretary of State is a boy. My mother is a girl.
Oh, shit.
I don't know who the Secretary of
Smackdown.
State is. I'm from England. I barely know who our Prime Minister is over here.
Can you send me a picture of White House chocolate? I really want to see that. I know everything's
I hope
branded
it's white
House.
chocolate.
I can probably put up a picture on the Copious Pick Squad.
Oh my God, yes.
Get the picture.
That's amazing.
Here, I'll show you the White House chocolate. I have a picture. It tastes just like normal chocolate. It just looks different.
All right, it's
Delicious.
Tillerson. So Tillerson is his name.
Delicious.
Rex Tillerson. Yeah, I
Rex
forgot
Tillerson.
it.
That's who your mom works for. Are you allowed to say that on a really, really low-rated YouTube show?
Yes, I am.
I think you just made yourself a target.
Well, anyway, I gotta go.
Yeah, the sirens. This is it. This is the end of the show. We're done. We're done. She went quickly too. That's
Yeah, fucking she ran out.
that scares me. Holy shit. Oh, I do want to see White House chocolate though, because I'm fat. So I don't know. Let's bring in the woman who is making sure that tomorrow's stream is actually going to happen the way that we were wanting it to. She's working her ass off, breathing.
Oh shit, it's the FBI.
Oh shit.
Oh no! Fuck, dude. Oh my god, that just scared me. That's my like alarm clock waking me.
Don't you hate that? When you hear the sound that is your alarm clock, and then and you hear it from somewhere else. Like for a long time, I actually had Dolph Ziggler's entrance music. I here to show the world here. And whenever he would come out, I'd be like, "Oh fuck!" Like,
I had Metalingus
like,
for a long time.
That just sent like panic, wake up, you're gonna fucking miss class or like work. Like bitch, you're gonna
Everybody delete your computers. You fucking wipe your hard drives. Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
We're fucked.
But yes. Hello.
How you doing, Jade? How you
What's up,
doing?
guys?
How's all the breeding
I'm
going?
great.
You're on a breeding marathon.
I was gonna say it's finished. Everything's done. Everything's up and ready, and you know it's gonna be a good time.
Nice.
So I just need to write up the official rules. But for anyone who doesn't know, what we're gonna be doing tomorrow for Dave is gonna be doing a grave lock. So it's kind of like an egg lock, but all of the eggs are made of like Pokemon from prior games that Dave has played through his Nuzlocke journey. So it's going to be a bunch of favorites. It's going to be a bunch of maybe useless shit that like it needs a second chance. Who knows? You'll have to watch and find out.
It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon that were murdered, and that's going to be I'm really looking forward to this. And it's going to be for Omega Ruby. I'm really excited about it because I haven't played that game. I don't think I've ever finished it. So I'm really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun to do, and that's going to be we're going to be taking a big chunk of that ass tomorrow. Doing on the marathon. We're probably going to start a little bit earlier than usual. I'm not exactly sure. It all depends on when I wake up, to be completely honest. But I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, you've done a lot of egg locks, Liam. Can I get any advice here?
Don't.
Don't. Perfect.
Thank
you.
T-minus 12 hours away, and the advice from the guy who's taught me more about Pokemon streaming than anybody else is don't.
I ain't tell you shit. You know what I did like about that little dialogue you just said about Omega Ruby? You were like, I don't think I've played that game. I know I never finished it. You either didn't play it or you didn't finish it. You can't have done both of those.
Well, I played it, but I didn't finish. I didn't finish. I did play it. I just didn't finish. I did play it. So,
I believe. I trust you. Maybe.
Yes. And by the way, not to suck your balls here, but you have taught me a lot. And
Please don't suck my balls. They're sore.
Because right.
They're healing.
They're healing. I'm gonna help it out. I have healing qualities of my tongue.
That's
Come on.
not how it works.
Isn't it? I thought it is. I don't know. I thought the copious
That's
saliva.
not how you lap up wounds. That's not how you lap up wounds.
Damn. I've been doing it wrong all these years. No, but no, you have taught me a lot. But here's the thing: maybe you don't even recognize that you're doing it, even though that I know that you do. The way that you say things, you never say you really should be doing this, Dave. You really should be doing that. No, you always just we have conversations that just tend to turn on light bulbs with the music conversation and stuff like that. You've been incredibly helpful to me. So
that's because I came to your chat and I was like, why no music? And you were like, I don't want to get copyrighted. Why not use glitch? And you were like, oh, light bulb.
I gave him way too much credit.
It's like, Dave, why is your team still there? You finished the game. And you're like, oh, I should really remove my team. Light bulb.
Yeah, he does that constantly.
I hate everybody. I'm never going to be nice to anybody
you need to
ever
replace
again.
this Pokemon. I should probably replace this Pokemon.
This is fucking ridiculous. I'm not going to be friends with anybody. Look what I get.
Who did this?
See, this is what happens. You be nice to people. Your daughter almost gets married to a fucking Arab man, and your fucking buddy with the blue hair fucking shuts you down. It's ridiculous. It's bullshit.
And I was...
What if he was a prince, Dave, and your daughter turned him down? If he was a prince?
She's still 12. I would have had to fucking kill a prince.
Yeah, but you could have got rich first.
Oh my God.
Are we advocating selling my daughter for money? My daughter.
I'm not a fan of children, so I advocate selling them all over the world.
But it's my daughter, dude. I mean, come on.
Away from me.
That's two family members that you have now requested horrible things be done to them.
Oh my
I'm not a
God.
family man. What can I say?
Fuck it. No bounds. Unbelievable.
Holy
Good
shit.
Lord. But things take a turn now. Nerd and the Jerk. You never know.
Always. Always.
So, Jade, aside from plugging the Omega Ruby game tomorrow, do you have any questions, anything
Yeah.
that we can answer for you?
Yeah, Dave. So I brought the story up to you before about Kermit the Frog.
Yes,
Oh, I
Inspired.
saw this in the chat.
And-
Oh, I'm gonna sit back.
And motherfucker, you decided to ignore me.
I didn't ignore
Well,
you.
not even ignore me, but like just be like, oh, I don't care. But like, so how come it's a topic now?
I saved
Like,
the
huh?
idea. I saw the good idea, and I was
Oh,
like, you know
really?
what? This is a great idea. I'm going to save it for another time. And then I saw the article, and I saw, well, see, here's the thing. You told me about it, but you didn't
Yeah.
show me it. You didn't give me a link. You didn't show me
Well, you
how
turned it
bad it
down,
was. I didn't
so-
turn nothing down. I don't turn it. There are
Yes.
no.
Oh.
Well, okay, I kind of did.
Oh, you have a recording of it,
yeah,
so
no, this is true.
Ah, yeah.
I just
But-
didn't think it was a story, but I was going through all these different articles today, and I saw it, and I
I-
read how ugly it was, and I was like, hey.
Yeah, I
I'm
was going
sorry.
to tell you, but then
All right.
guess what you did?
Yeah,
You turned me down,
I did.
and then I shut the fuck up
All right,
because I
well,
was like, stop this.
that story was brought to you by the one and only Jade.
No.
Rabbit. Yes, she wants her credit, and there it is. Jesus.
No, I'm glad you talked about it because it's so crazy. Because it's Kermit the Frog, like happy-go-lucky, like melancholy Kermit the Frog. I loved Liam's impression. That was impressive.
It was good.
Like, we need to clip that, please. That was amazing.
Do it again. Do it again.
No,
No, please.
don't.
I will not be doing it again. So.
Oh,
Oh God! All right, so that's good. Any questions for Mr. Liam?
huh.
Hi, baby.
Well, like, hey, what's up, Liam?
How you
Um,
doing?
What Pokemon are you going to be hunting next anyway for shiny? Because I know that you got the Dratini.
Did you finally
good
get
stuff.
that goddamn worm?
I got fucking Dratini. I picked a horrible one. I'm hunting Relicanth. and
Oh,
it
no.
It never calls for help. Like
Oh no!
we got to
Why?
from getting the Dratini early on in the stream.
Yeah.
We went about 2 hours and got to 20 SOS encounters with
Uh-huh.
Relicanth. It's going to be hella fun. The next 6 months of this year, we're going to be hunting Relicanth.
Yeah.
This is the final shiny hunt because this is the last one you'll ever do because you'll be doing it forever.
It's going to be beautiful.
It'll be. Like I hope it isn't too terrible. I hope you're lucky you get it because it's like blue, isn't it?
It's
like a
really
cool-
nice. Like as far as like
Yeah.
shinies for like shit Pokemon go, that's a good one.
Mhm.
That's funny.
Well, like useless.
Yeah.
Is it like Sunkern useless?
No, it's more useful than Sunkern, but arguably still pretty shit.
Yeah. To be fair, your non-semen producing balls are now more fucking useful than Sunkern. I don't know. So.
The reason why Sunkern's such shit is because its base stats are garbage. It's just
Oh,
so sad.
Chrissy makes a good point. I could just egg it. I could just
Oh.
fucking breed it. But the problem is I
Okay.
hate breeding for shiny hunting because it hurts my fucking
Really?
finger.
Really?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it hurts your soul.
No.
No. It's running around in a fucking circle with that Tauros in that tiny fucking place. It's horrible. Just don't like
That's
it.
good TV, isn't it? Running around.
effort.
the same-
Oh, good.
I
Like
don't know.
I see, like I'm addicted to that. Like I love like the hunt for that Masuda method. It's so invigorating once they finally get it. It's like yes.
You fucking dorks.
Um,
You fucking dorks. Both of
Listen,
you.
Dave.
My
If
God.
you ever get into it,
Nope.
you'll know.
Nope. I'm gonna
Okay.
play them games as boring as fuck as I possibly can for as long as I can. And
Yeah,
you
while putting
will.
up like
Dorks, Dave, you've got a pretend championship from pretend wrestling on your wall. How many people can we trigger with that comment?
Yeah.
Oh
Again, you
my
make a
God.
compelling argument, sir.
I'll have you know that's the undisputed championship. It was held by the likes of Brock Lesnar and Eddie Guerrero and John Bradshaw Layfield before he was a bully.
Yeah, how dare you shit on this fucking title, man? I mean,
I love that
come on,
fucking
it's
belt.
a
I'm
great
jealous
belt.
that you have it.
Jericho won that belt. I mean, come on.
Jericho never held that belt.
I thought he did hold the undisputed title.
No, he held it when they were two titles.
Oh yes, because he
First ever undisputed champion,
No,
but
you're
he
right.
never held
You're right.
that belt.
You're right. You're right.
Motherfucker.
Hey, but he held what it would become. You know, like he held the principle of it. He without
He had the good belts, though.
again,
He had-
again, he created it. as Jericho creates everything. He created the need for a singular title. He created it, baby. I love my Jericho. It's my favorite impression. All right, JD, you got anything else for us?
Nope, that's it. That was everything that I got.
Thank
And
you
I
so
just
much.
can't wait till tomorrow.
I
Come to the
can't
stream.
either. Thank you for all the work that you
Okay.
put into it. I really do appreciate it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Marathon day
Of course,
tomorrow.
it's gonna be good. All right, and this show has been awesome. Like honestly, like what a great reception for both of you. Straight
Hell
up.
yeah.
It's
Where are
been
all the
so-
callers though? Like,
Yeah,
I have no
right.
idea. I don't know.
oh, I thought we could call in on Nerd and the Jerk. Why can't we call in?
Oh,
The one
yeah.
week we're like, hey, call in. Everyone's like, oh, I'm dead shy. Oh, I don't know if my mic will work.
I
I even saw you offering in the chat, like, if anyone wants to test their mic, like, hit
Yeah.
me up.
I try really. That's why I didn't hop in right away because I'm like, okay, like make sure people like I don't want to call in all the time. Then it just gets ridiculous. People get sick.
Gonna
of
have to.
Right.
Oh, I know, right?
Thank you. 'Cause you got us to at least the 3. I mean, it wasn't just the 2. So.
Well, here's Chrissy.
Hey, here's Chrissy. All right.
Here too. You got the pity callers. You got the.
I know what Chrissy's referencing though, but in her message in the chat. But also, I really want to say, she says, "What time does Saturday start?" About midnight on Friday.
I knew that was coming. Oh, snark. The sass. The sass is real.
I had to. I couldn't resist that one. That was easy.
Where's our Twitch emotes with the Hollywood
Right.
clock as well as sass? Jesus.
God damn.
All right, JD. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right, see you guys.
Take
Bye.
it easy.
Later.
To answer Chrissy's question, and we'll bring her in. The first thing I'll do is I'll answer Chrissy's question. Is usually I like to start it by 12 German. 12 German time, Chrissy, is where I like to start it. But sometimes I do start at the normal time of 2 p.m.
Oh
German.
God, that's like 6 a.m. Well, it's still better than when Liam does his 12-hour streams because that's 5 a.m. for me.
Yeah,
Oh, hell
as,
yeah.
as
It's
I
Monday,
was
baby.
as I was
Oh,
about to
that's
say,
Monday?
there's a
Oh,
very
yay,
good chance.
I'll be back from the beach then, so I'll actually be able to go.
You spoke a little bit too quick because as I was going to there's a really good chance I'm actually going to be starting the time that I've started before, which is 10 a.m. German time, which would be 4 a.m. for you.
So what you're basically saying is I shouldn't go to sleep, and then when my friend drives to the beach, I should ignore her and sleep in the car.
Yes.
Good idea. No, sleep in the sun.
Yeah, right.
Sleep in the sun. Do you want if I send any if I post any beach pictures, do you want me to be a little ginger lobster? Because that's what'll happen.
If you can write Ace Trainer Liam and suntan lotion on the front and Dead on Dave on the back, that would be fucking amazing.
No. Let's do one better. Ace Trainer Liam on the left one, Dead on Dave on the right one.
Always thinking. That's why he's here.
Left what, Liam? Though, there's
I'll
two right or left.
I'll let you decide.
You're right. There's no wrong answer.
How about both rights and both lefts?
Both rights and both lefts. I mean, there's really no wrong answer.
Unfortunately for you, Liam, I don't have a thong bikini, so I don't really think that'll work.
Any bikini can be made into a thong bikini.
That is very
Just
true.
saying.
Alterations are there for everybody. It's called scissor work. Which
No,
could
not
mean
even
something
that.
else.
No, you don't sit. You don't
You can just
use
floss.
scissors on
Yeah,
a bikini.
you can just floss.
Booties
That's
do it
so
themselves.
uncomfortable.
That's
So
true.
uncomfortable.
That's a lot of cloth to be in a butt crack, though, Liam. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, unless you have a tiny bikini already, which I don't. I have normal.
I like my
coverage
girls to make
bikini.
effort. That's all.
Well, obviously there's a really good solution to this. All you gotta
I upload
do,
daily. I make effort all week. The least you could do is make a bit of effort.
right? And if we can let
Why
you
is this
know,
such a one-sided relationship, Chrissy?
we're more than helpful.
I mean, technically, if we're talking about relationships, I'm going to be part of Dave's harem. So technically, I'd be more in a relationship with Dave.
Yeah, the harem's coming. The growing harem is coming.
I had no offers from you or Lydia, so.
Wow.
And as your soon-to-be harem master, I don't know what the person at the top of a harem is called, but whoever that is,
I don't either.
We want to help you. We want to be assisting in this worthy cause. So all you got to do is just go into every one of your bathing suits that you have, send us pictures, and we'll tell you which one to use.
I only have
which
two.
one needs to be cut out. Oh, well, still.
You got 3 technically, but I don't know how legal one of them is where you live.
It's not legal. It's not a nude beach, and it's a family beach. I'm going to Ocean City. So.
Ew, family beaches. It's like that.
Oh,
That's too,
no,
that's
you want to hear hear the worst thing? Lydia will hate this. It's in a dry county. So you can't. So you can't buy alcohol, and I don't know if they have bars there, if they sell it, but I know you can't buy it from like grocery stores.
So let me get this right. Let me get this straight. There's no alcohol. It's a family.
No,
it really is a dry county.
Before
Literally.
I go, Dave, I'm gonna stop at the liquor store and I'm at least getting wine. I'm not gonna go to the beach without wine.
You got to get smarter with it. I got a better idea for you. What you do is you get a watermelon.
Watermelon?
Yeah, you get a watermelon. See, I'm gonna teach you something here.
What with like vodka?
Yes, this is how you do it concert style. You get yourself a watermelon, you drill a little hole in that mother-fucker overnight.
Where are you going with this, Dave?
Well, I know where I'd be going with it, but I'm actually telling you to fill it with vodka. Vodka in the watermelon. You make a slushy out of that bitch, dude. You'll be good.
Oh yeah, that stuff's good. That stuff's good. But like I'm a lightweight, so like if I try to do that, I will be drunk as shit. Like you will not get any pictures of me because I will be too drunk to even remember to take them.
That's the best time to take pictures.
Oh hell yeah!
The best time.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, because when I drink too much, I cry and sleep. So you're not gonna get anything.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Brace gave you some good advice. He says sneak some alcohol in your butt. That's information. Good advice. I don't know.
How am I gonna drink it if it's in my butt and I don't want to drink any alcohol that's been near my butt?
Yeah,
that's just weird.
She really did go ahead and poke a hole into that fucking plan there. Good job, Brace. Jesus Christ.
Poked a hole in that watermelon.
Yeah, he did. Now I want watermelon.
I love how Fields Pasta is like Dave is making polygamy the norm.
I'm telling you, it would be norm with me. I mean, because basically you all just get a day. And I think it's wonderful. So I need 7. I've recruited, what are we up to, 4? I think we're up to 4.
Yeah, it's me, Jade, I think Lindy too, and then Mel. I don't know.
Oh,
if
that's right.
else.
No, Casey's is in there too. So Terry as well. So we got Casey's, Terry, you, Jade, Lindy, and my wife. We got room for one more, folks. Liam, would you like to be a part of this?
Can I have some of the women, please?
Can we just take Lydia? Can we just take Lydia?
No. That one's mine. That one's mine.
I mean, we could take Lydia, and then like you have like on days that we're not with Dave, you could technically have the other people.
No, I don't know.
Let's compromise. Sounds good.
Wait a second.
If we can have Lydia, I'm okay with that compromise.
You know, this might be a good
hell
deal.
yeah, this is going places.
Chrissy's becoming my favorite of all the harem so far. I mean, she's got she's thinking.
I mean, I just want to hang out with Lydia. I think it'd be fun times.
Oh, it is. Trust me. I can confirm.
Too sexual. I'm leaving. Chrissy, anything else for us?
You always have a hell of a time.
No, the other thing I wanted to tell Liam is since he finds American accents gross. He's not getting any bikini pics. I didn't know if you saw that in the chat earlier.
I saw that in the chat, but because I did not say all American accents are horrible. I said American TV presenter accents are horrible.
See, I love American accents. So, Chrissy, I got you. I'm here for you.
I mean, you should because you're an American. If you hate your own accent, that's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Oh no, there are a lot of horrible English accents. Trust me.
There are Neville.
Have you ever heard of a Scouser?
I mean, I'm pretty much fine with all British accents as long as I can understand you. Some of them are like I'm fairly good with understanding accents, and I have a hard time with some people.
Mm.
So.
Yeah, go north in England and to where people start saying "Get over you, son."
Go listen to Neville. Go listen to Neville for a little while and see how you like that. That's pretty good.
Neville who?
The wrestler, Adrian Neville. He's not known as Adrian Neville anymore. Just Neville, the king of the cruiserweights.
Oh, Dave, we've had this conversation. I only know like 90s wrestlers and the pretty curly-haired ones.
That's what I'm trying to expand your horizon.
Don't get me started on WWE and their fucking habit of chopping down names to one. When was the last time a wrestler was the world champion and had just one name? Like, apart from Kane.
The Rock?
Even
The Rock.
Well,
I mean, there's 2 words, but still. It is still 2 words.
Even The Rock and The Miz are still 2 words.
Edge.
Yeah.
Edge.
Edge, probably,
Suck it. Christian, suck it.
Yeah, but Christian, he only got the title.
Hey, it's a loophole. He won that shit twice, I think, didn't he? Didn't he win it on second?
Well, I mean, think of marquee names of wrestlers, like wrestlers that are the top, not just I'm the WWE champion, but like the people who are the top of the company, who are known in outside media.
No, this is true. There's not
You
many.
got your John Cena's, you got the Rocks. Can you ever hear someone go, "Oh man, remember
what-
Neville? Remember when he was in wrestling?
I'm trying to think of that
Now he's
one
a megastar."
wrestler. I don't remember what his name is. He has like blonde hair, and he dates people who are the age of his daughter, and his daughter's like our age, like
Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, him. He's the only other wrestler that like I would think people would know outside wrestling would know. And I couldn't even remember his name because obviously.
Kirsty Graham says Goldberg, but arguably I don't think that many people outside of wrestling know Goldberg.
And he
I
still
have no
gets
idea
he still
that
gets
is.
called Bill Goldberg quite often. So I
Yeah.
don't know. That one's
I mean,
don't know.
to be fair, I have cable, but I have like limited channels, and I'd never watched wrestling. when it was
You're not
on.
missing much, Chrissy. It's okay.
Well, people know who Hulk Hogan and John Cena is and Roman Reigns, but no one would ever be like, "Oh, Rusev." That's why I hate that they took the Antonio off of Cesaro. What was wrong with having two names?
I think Cesaro works better, to be completely honest. Antonio Cesaro, I don't know.
I don't think it'd work as well for a world champion, though.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But he's never going to be a world champion. You won't have to worry about
Fuck
that.
you, I wish he would be.
It's not happening.
That apron superplex is the best thing in wrestling,
Oh God!
apart from a Canadian destroyer.
But his personality is not. It's
Yeah, but that one time he got to use it on that SmackDown segment, there was hope, and they went, "Nah, nipping that in the bud."
Been around a long time for just one thing to be hopeful.
Like Cesaro, you don't talk no more because that one time you did, it impressed us, and we didn't like that because you're foreign. That's what it was.
There you go. Oh, Batista,
Sorry,
by
Chris,
the way.
you just sat there like,
Batista's
what the
another
fuck
one.
is this?
Batista's another one. He never gets called Dave Batista. Batista's one. That's legit.
Oh, okay,
That's
yeah,
legit.
yeah. Okay, give you credit. Yeah, that's the one.
That's legit.
Fuck.
That's that.
Fuck my
I'll
asshole.
go with
All
that
right.
one. All right, Chrissy, thank you so much. But you put us
I
into a
know.
really good conversation there. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just like silent and awkward, like I don't know any of these people.
But you know us, and that's what matters.
That's
That's what's
all
Yes,
that
I know and
matters.
love both
maybe
of you
all
guys.
too well.
We
Sometimes
appreciate
a
it.
little bit too much. I'm like, I don't know if I ever needed to know this about you guys.
Yeah, we are oversharers. This is true. It's all right. It's all right. It's what we do.
Always remember, if you don't have talent, I have a great penis.
There you go.
Wait, is that how
Yeah.
that goes?
I think it
Well,
works better. Make it a shirt.
I mean, technically, I guess I'm an oversharer now too, because Dave knows where I live.
I do.
Oh,
This is true.
shit.
That's what people don't get.
Even-
Yes, I'm
I
so nice sending cards. I'm just collecting addresses. I will be visiting all of
Yeah.
you very soon.
Because Liam's
Like-
known me longer, and he doesn't know where I live.
Yeah,
except
fuck
for, like,
you,
the basic
Liam.
vicinity.
Be careful though, because even with that cane, give it a good 5-6 years. Dave will make his way to your house on foot.
I will get there eventually.
There's an ocean.
I'm
There's an
working my
ocean.
way back to you, babe. That's it. That's an old pull.
I mean, to be fair, but where I live is like between Lindy and Jade.
So it's on the way. It's perfect.
Oh man, what a 3-way there!
I'm
Damn.
telling you. Well, it would be me. I'm the fourth. It's a foursome.
It'd technically be a 4-way if Dave is involved.
Exactly. See, she's thinking. All right, Chrissy, thank you so much.
Have a good night, guys.
You too.
Ciao.
Let's keep the sexiness going. We got another caller in here. Long time friend of the channel. In fact, she's the gal who made the logo for the channel that you guys are currently enjoying so much. The one, the only, the incredibly sexy SparxyDriod. What's going on there, beautiful?
Oh, I love Sparks.
I am so jealous right now.
Yeah. I haven't officially made you a part of the harem, but you know that. Yeah, come on.
I am disappointed. You didn't even invite me. I've been around for so long. How dare you?
Well, you're going to be the
Come to
mistress
me, you'll be fine.
Right. Oh, you
I
poaching
don't
son of a
feel like
bitch.
your girlfriend will be okay with that.
Oh no, she would. That's the best part. She'd be like, jump in.
Spice it up some. You're going to be the mistress to the harem, so you even have a bigger role to play. Don't worry, I'm always thinking. Don't worry.
Okay, great.
All right, so aside from that awkwardness aside, what do you got for us tonight, Miss Sparks?
I don't know if you guys have talked about this, and you probably have because you saw it's coming out soon, eventually, whenever the hell it is. Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Thoughts?
Oh hell yeah.
Liam, there was some controversy about it yesterday with some developments, and you guys did an entire podcast based around it, essentially on the Elite Four podcast. I really have not seen much of the leaks or anything. What exactly happened with the latest developments on Ultra Sun and Moon?
Who asking me?
Well, you fucking.
There's
asshole.
nothing. There's been
Expert go.
there have been rumors. There's been nothing leaked though.
Oh, I thought there was like some images leaked of some new Ultra Beast forms or something like that.
It's
No,
like Solgaleo and like I can't remember the other one.
Yeah, Solgaleo and Lunala have got new forms, which we've seen in the trailer, which are like combined with Necrozma.
Oh, okay.
Create kind of new forms. But other than that, the reason people are thinking there's going to be like these new Pokemon coming in is because the Pokemon like official merchandise has black circles with question marks over them over certain products.
Oh.
And people are thinking that must be a placeholder for a new Pokemon, and it's like no, they're just that might be like Ash is going to get a certain Pokemon in the anime that they've not revealed yet, so they're not going to reveal a plush for it just yet because
it's honestly just a lot of people who are freaking out and like they're jerking off thinking, oh, I'm going to finally get that Alolan form I wanted. That's all it is.
People are freaking out over fucking nothing at the moment. It's awful. Like the tiniest bit of information. Like, I mean, one thing is like it's very likely we're going to get a third form of Lycanroc, the evolved form.
I'd be down with that.
Because on the Pokemon Global Link website, in the metadata for that, there is a blank third space after the two Lycanroc forms, which obviously, because Lycanroc and the Pokemon that follows it in the Pokedex already have Pokedex numbers, it can only mean another form. So that's possibly going to happen. But I think it was labeled as Lycanroc as well. It just didn't say whether it was midnight, midday, or afternoon tea, or whatever it's going to be called.
Honestly, like thinking about the entire thing, I'm kind of disappointed because it feels like they're pulling another Black 2, White 2, and I'm not really okay with that per se.
Quite possibly, it's just going to be an extension of Sun and Moon. Like it's supposed to be a different story in the same world, but we don't know anything
Well,
yet.
I mean, the answer might be in the answer might be in the name. I mean, it's Ultra Sun and Moon. I mean, that might be all this is, just a fucking hyped up version of what we already got. There might be some add-ons and stuff, but it might really be nothing more.
The one
than
thing
that.
we know is it's not going to be the same story.
I hope
it's
not.
not going to. But it just depends whether it's going to be a prequel or a sequel or something happening in a completely different universe. We don't know.
I really hope they fix the story. That story made no sense.
Could be simultaneous timeline too. Maybe the other part of the island, something else was going on that triggered some of the events that we saw. I don't know.
As long as the tutorial takes less than 3 hours.
Three islands. Fucking 3 islands. Jesus Christ.
There was no point to that. What was the point to that?
And then you get to Pony Island, the 4th one, and they're just like, yeah, you're done now. See you later. Off you go. There's the battle tree. That's what you came for.
It didn't bother me as much as it did bother some. Though the more I played it, it has become. I think it's my favorite generation. I fucking love it.
It's really fun. Like, don't get me wrong, but I just wish you could play it from the get-go.
Yeah.
It takes you almost half an hour if you're running to get your first Pokemon, to get your starter. Half an hour.
That's a lot.
Whereas in Pokemon fucking Gold and Silver, you leave your house and your mum goes, hey, go over to Elm's lab. He's got something for you. You go to Elm's lab, talk to him for 2 minutes, and he goes, pick one of those fucking Pokemon over there and fuck off.
After how many 7 generations, we really don't need the same tutorial over and over. But some people did seem to appreciate it with some of the new things. I don't know. It's an interesting one because for as much complaining as there is about the hand-holding, you always have that, but the game was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
So, well,
I just for future Pokemon games, I really just want them to go, you know, when they get to the point where you stood next to the grass with like the professor or one of your friends or something, and they go, right, I'm going to show you how to catch a Pokemon. Can't they just say, would you like me to show you how to catch a Pokemon? Yes or no?
Let us bypass all that shit if we don't need it.
And then if you say no, they're just like, okay, cool, you must really be an expert. And you're like, yeah, fucking am.
Right, give you a little bit of extra love. Yeah, I like that.
I've been playing it for 20 years. Don't treat me like I'm 3.
The only reason they're even doing that, though, is because of the Batman effect. That's really what it's called at this point.
The Batman effect?
I've heard this a few times, where it's like every time you have to reintroduce a series to a new generation, why do you think we keep killing Batman's parents every time?
True.
There's more time that passes, though, in Batman movies than there is. We're talking, a generation from Pokemon is 3 years. So I mean, that's not an entire generation of children coming into it. I mean, a lot of. So I don't know. I think I believe in the theory. I just don't think it should apply in this.
But even then, with a game, it's something that's interactive. So like, if they do want to introduce the new generation of people to Pokemon and walk them through it, then they just click yes on the option. That'd be
right. It'd be that simple.
Mm-hmm. But there are also those people who are like, oh, no, I don't need it. It's okay. And then they get through. It's like, wait, what do I do now?
Someone will miss something and be like, this option ruined my entire Pokemon experience. Fuck you, Pokemon. That's all they would need. Jesus.
Or they'll be like, I tried to throw this at it and they didn't even throw a Pokeball.
I tried to throw a berry at it. I thought that was going to work and it didn't do anything. What's going on? Someone will write that
I threw my Rotom Pokedex. What happened?
Rotom Dex. Jeez.
Just tosses the entire Rotom Dex at the Pokemon. I win.
I think a lot of people want to toss fucking Rotom Dex somewhere. That motherfucker does
Rotom Dex so much.
It's a great idea, but the fact that we can't even use it in battle or anything.
Right.
It's like, why give me a Rotom if I can't use it? It's such a beautiful Pokemon.
He's very snarky. He's very snarky. He's got a little bit of an attitude problem too. I don't know. That's why Pokemon shouldn't be allowed to talk.
The thing is, in battle, Rotom's actually really useful. It's kind of upsetting because like you're teasing me with something I can't have.
Who doesn't like to be teased?
Like you can't even find a Rotom in the game. Like that's the only Rotom in fucking Alola.
Jesus.
Where did it come from?
Maybe that's what they're fixing in the new game. Maybe the only reason it's Ultra is going to be I added Rotoms.
There you go. That's worth $45. Let's make it happen.
They released like a third version, just Rotom on the cover.
It's gonna be interesting. But you know, how far? We're like T minus 2 months, correct? I mean, it's November.
I think so.
November 17th. I have to remember it because it's Lydia's birthday.
I wonder what her present will be.
Not seeing me for 2 to 3 days while I recorded all of my Let's Play episodes.
Oh
no! Well, me and Lydia have a really good agreement, which is her birthday's the 17th, my birthday's the 28th. Which means the 23rd is the exact center between our two birthdays. So we'll have our birthdays then.
See.
And then everyone's happy.
There you go.
Not a bad idea.
Kind of.
Well, in theory, everyone's happy. I got a feeling there will be some salt on that birthday cake. Just have a feeling.
On her actual birthday, just sat there like, wow, I wish I could spend this with my boyfriend.
He actually didn't do anything? What an asshole. You know, that's how it works. All right, Sparks, you got anything else for us?
No, I do not. You guys have an amazing time.
Thank you very much. All right. Good stuff. Well, on that note, there's really not much more to fucking say. We got a slew of sexy women who came in here and just saved the show for us. That was fantastic. Actually, it was a pretty badass show, to be completely honest.
Oh, hell yeah.
A couple of tired motherfuckers over here in the UK, European shit. I think we did pretty damn well tonight, sir.
As always.
As always. When isn't good, though? That's the better question.
Exactly. Nerd and the Jerk has been on point lately.
Really fucking has. It really has. It's unfortunate that we're not going to be able to do it next week, but Sitsy is a pretty fucking special thing. Go ahead and put Sitsy over. Tell people what it is. Where, if they are in the UK, if they want to travel, how can they go there? Give them that information.
Wait, let me pull up the fucking link.
He always has the link. He's not going to tell you.
No, I don't. That's the problem. That's why I'm stalling. That's why I'm saying let me pull up the fucking link. Summer in the City is a YouTube convention, which is amazing. It's the biggest YouTube convention in the United Kingdom. You should all come to it so that you can at least meet me. Dave's not going because he's ignorant and lives in Germany. Like that's even a place.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know. It's unfortunate.
Go there, meet me. Meet all your favorite creators like FouseyTube.
You can get positivity by FouseyTube. Come on.
I'm gonna rub his shiny head for good luck.
Are you gonna try to meet him?
I'll say hi if he's in the green room.
Oh, that'd be fucking.
I assume he'll spend most of his time in the green room, so it's just like you just be like, "Hey, Yusuf, fuck, what happened to you?"
You should kick him in the nuts, man. I'm telling you, it'd be great. Just kick him in the balls for all of us.
Yeah, but then I get kicked out,
Good
and
point.
I don't get to enjoy the weekend for him. So then he wins.
Is True Green? Oh no, True Green's not British. So I'm gonna say get True Green to do it. Let him kick him in the balls. That'll be fun.
I'll get PD to do it.
Oh, don't do it to Tiny Phil. Oh,
Tiny Phil.
Not Tiny Phil. He doesn't watch this show, and it makes me sad. I'm just saying.
He loves you.
I love Tiny Phil. He's my favorite. He's great. He's so cute. I love him to death. But you guys got to check out Sitsy. If you're in the area and you're able to go to London, go check it out. Go say hi to Liam. I really do wish I was going, man. It's just next year. Next year, I plan on hitting everything. I want to go to VidCon next year. I want to go to Sitsy. Hopefully, I'll have a few more subs, and it'll be making a little bit more sense. Maybe a few people might know who I am. But I'm going to be hitting them next year, and I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you have fun, good sir.
Oh, I will.
I don't know what I'm going to do next week in your absence. Maybe my wife and I will get drunk again.
I think you should interview Jake Paul.
Ooh. Do you know somebody who can make it happen? Do you know any 14-year-old girls who've been to his house and might be able to give me a connection?
Hey, why didn't you? Oh no! Wait! When are you getting scarce on Catch 33? By the way.
Scarce coming on Catch 33. It is still happening, believe it or not. Yes, we're waiting on. It's going to be somewhere in the first week of August. So we're waiting. Clown is literally going to his next destination on the 1st. So he's going to need a day or two to get settled. And then as soon as he is in place, Scarce Catch 33 is happening. And shortly after that, you are going to be getting some live shows. We plan on doing 4 live shows next month and the fully produced John Scarce interview with all the graphics animations that you love from the one and only Lord Vega. All of that's going to be, you should be getting 5 episodes of Catch 33 next month, and I'm very excited about it.
Beautiful.
By the way, you guys should definitely do something with the Elite Four podcast. I don't know. I don't think Joe's going, but I mean, the rest of you are going to be there. Dude, film something in person while you're there. I mean, Jesus, that'd be amazing.
Elite Four on tour, mate.
There you go. Oh, it's got perfect name. Bam. Sold a shirt.
Well, the funny thing is we're doing a panel with it's going to be me, Phil, and Toby, and then Lucy, who used to be on the Elite Four. So that's going to be interesting.
Awkward. That'll be fun. Do an interviewer. Totally interviewer, man. So we're replacing with Joe Merrick.
I'm thinking of setting up some plant questions, like.
Oh God, that's why you wanted me to come. You wanted me to be your plants, or maybe just your fruit. I don't know. I'll never know.
LOL.
Okay. LOL. Rafflemau.
Never say LOL. Oh, you can hear that yawn?
Yeah, I know. It's time to go, kids, and we're going to get up out of here. We really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for supporting all the support that you always give, not only both of our channels, but this specific show, because it's our fuck baby. It's our love child, and we love bringing it to you guys so much. So we will see you next time. Liam, anything else? Tell the kids where they can find you.
Everything you need is at Ace Trainer Liam. I'll be doing a 12-hour stream on Monday from 10 a.m. UK time to 10 p.m. If you don't know what time zone that is, go to fucking Google. You're on the internet, dumbass.
Google it. There you go. And I am on Snapchat. You get me on Snapchat, the Dead on Dave. I will follow you back instantly. I'll add you right back. So get me
Hack
there.
him. Find his nudes.
I don't have it linked to anything. I'm smart. I don't have that shit linked to shit. That is just a pure play thing. I just want to interact with all you guys in a place where it really doesn't matter. So I'm going to do it there. But Twitter at DeadOnDaveV, and you guys know the rest. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, subscribe to this Mush Puff, and we will see you next time right here on Dead on Dave Productions. Keep it copious, folks, and remember, as always, if you don't have talent,
have talented friends.
Fucking A, right? It gets me hard every single time. We'll see you next time. And peace.
Here's your winner,